I didn't come here for the spotlight. I didn't come here to have more eyes. I came here to win. And I really do think that with the group that we have, that we are going to win. We are going to get a championship sooner than later.
Did you catch Sophie Cunningham's first interview with the Indiana Fever? She looked straight into the camera and confidently stated, "I think we are going to win a championship." In her first official moment with the team, she made it clear she's here to compete.
I think that when this opportunity came about, when I first heard about it, I was so excited. Like, I just knew that it was my time to get outside my comfort.
This isn't just a roster addition, it's a statement to every doubter. The team has assembled a squad loaded with talent, leadership, and determination. With her arrival, one thing is clear. She's here to make an impact and quiet the critics.
When I just kind of heard what they were doing, and of course you have Caitlin, who's drawn eyes from all around the world, that was like, why would I not? Why not be a part of something great? You go from Diana, and now you're going to a team who is going to be a contender for a championship. And so I'm stoked about this year. I'm really excited for the players, but I'm also excited just for the community and the relationship and the culture that.
Remember when Sheryl Swoopes went on national TV and claimed nobody wanted to play with Caitlin Clark? That narrative just got blown apart. Her comments spread like wildfire across social media and sports shows, fueling Clark's critics. They shared it, quoted it, and pointed to it as evidence that the Indiana Fever was in trouble. Not anymore.
Sheryl Swoopes has been missing. Sheryl Swoopes is MIA. They got a APB out for Sheryl Swoopes. If you see Sheryl Swoopes, she did a lot of talking a few months ago about the Indiana Fever, the locker room environment, how people didn't want to play there, how people wanted to leave.
But here's the fascinating part. While Swoopes was making headlines, the Indiana Fever's front office was busy making moves. They weren't just sitting back. They were strategically building what could become one of the most formidable rosters in recent WNBA history.
I would think that if you are a smart basketball player and you watch the way she plays, you would want to play.
The Fever was playing chess while everyone else played checkers. Instead of panicking or making knee-jerk moves, they methodically targeted veterans with championship DNA. Think about it. Why would proven stars join a team if Clark was supposedly so difficult to play with? The truth was in the actions, not the headlines. While the noise about players avoiding Indiana grew louder, the Fever quietly made a statement by adding Natasha Howard. She's not just any player, she's a multi-time champion known for her elite defense. This wasn't a random pickup. It was a calculated move to bring in a defensive anchor who could reshape their entire identity.
Inbound to Howard. Lorella Kubai, the rookie, into the game as Howard hits the three. Wickham. Howard able to flag it down, pop in, hit.
But they didn't stop there. The Fever's management knew they needed more scoring and leadership, so they brought in Dewana Bonner. Her ability to create her own shot, combined with championship experience, makes her the perfect veteran presence for this young team.
Had never seen in this league's history. Helped guide Connecticut to the semifinals where they've been each of the last 5 years, and Bonner.
The addition of Sydney Coulson strengthened the backcourt, addressing last season's depth concerns behind Clark. These weren't desperate moves. They were strategic decisions with a clear vision. As social media buzzed, fans and analysts began to see the gap between criticism and reality. The narrative was shifting.
We're going to be a phenomenal group. I'm excited for all the other pieces that came in this offseason with me. And so when I really see what I can do here, I'm confident in that, but I really am just excited for the big picture of what everyone brings to this team.
Cunningham's arrival quietly undercut Swoopes' argument. In her interview, she didn't speak like a reluctant addition. She embraced championship expectations as a playoff-tested veteran who chose Indiana with purpose. The most telling part? She didn't sound like someone just making the best of a bad situation. She was excited, genuinely enthusiastic about teaming up with Clark, and her energy was undeniable. She made it clear why she wanted to be there.
The play that you guys are playing here, that Stephanie is going to bring here, it's run and gun, it's shooters, it's emotion and offense, and so my eyes lit up like a Christmas.
She acknowledged Clark's fame, but did she talk about jumping on a bandwagon? Absolutely not. Instead, she focused on the basketball system itself, the style of play that Stephanie is implementing. Fast-paced, shooter-friendly, and built on constant motion and fluid offense. Sophie practically lit up as she described how Indiana's system fits her game. Her excitement was unmistakable, and you could see it in her expression when she talked about playing alongside Clark. Meanwhile, Boston and Mitchell, both veteran players, are just as thrilled about the team's evolving basketball philosophy.
So I played in a motion offense my whole life, outside of kind of Phoenix. It was more one-on-one and let people do their thing, and if you're open, you're open. Where I like to move, I like to run, I like to dribble and kick, you know what I mean? And so when you see Caitlin, when you see Aaliyah Boston, she's a great passer. Kelsey Mitchell's a great passer. That if you move and you make the great cut, you're going to get the ball. And I think that just helps everybody, free up. And so I like to run. I kind of get the name Forrest Gump sometimes. And I'm like, hey, if you guys want to call me, that's fine. I'll beat you down the court every time. But I really am just excited for the style of play and what I can bring to the table.
It is right here. Sold out. Right there. Oh, okay. Well, let me get a medium. Sold out. Let me get a large. Sold out. Let me get an extra large. Sold out. Hey, 2XL. Sold out.
Here, I've already been motivated. Like, I know this is a new, fresh start. I'm not in a box anymore. Like, I can finally be free and be in an offense that I think that I can really thrive in and be around players who our mind is strictly on basketball and winning. So I'm just re-motivated. I'm refocused. I feel like I'm back. So excited to be here. I'm from the Midwest, and so for me to kind of get back to my roots and be close to my family, I'm so excited. Like when I say that I am refreshed and I am motivated, and I just like kind of feel like my spark is.
And Clark. That's clearly a foul, which was called. The question is, will they call it?
Times, which people don't like, but I love. My teammates always love. And to be honest, I spread the court. Like I can shoot the ball. And when you have playmakers who are quick, who are great passers, with Kelsey Mitchell too, it lets them do their thing, and the defense draws in, and you're just ready to shoot. And so, I think that I'll bring a lot to this team. But at the end of the day, I want to be a good leader. I want to be a great teammate. I want to bring the culture piece and make sure our egos are put aside and that we're all in here to win. And I think that's going to be pretty easy with the group that we have. Excited to kind of maybe be that calm piece when it needs to be calm, that feisty, sassy, stick up for my teammates when it needs to be that. And so just kind of reading the room and, whatever the team needs that day, being able spicy, I'm fiery, I'm the ultimate competitor, and I'm really just trying to do whatever it takes for my team to win. A lot of people have a lot to say about it, but honestly, any teammate that you've asked that maybe had opinions about me before, once their teammates are like, oh, like, we love you here. I'm like, duh, I'm not a mean person. But to be honest, I think that it could be a game, Phoenix. I was really blessed to have some really great teammates. You get to learn from the GOAT, Diana Taurasi. Got a lot of people going in and out of that program. They've won championships. That people say I'm 3-and-D, which I've never really considered myself a defensive player, but I think the past couple of years, I have been. I've been able to get my body right. I've been able to bang down low and hold my own. And so I just think when you can get players who are versatile on not only the offensive end, but the defensive end, that's where you win your championships. That's where you make a statement. And so I'm excited to kind of get down and start working hard on the defensive end. I think as a team, we all have to kind of have that mentality, especially if we're trying to get. I think that my length causes some issues sometimes. With the bigger people, I can get into their knees just because I kind of have that strength. But for me, I think that's an area where I could actually improve on. Like, it's funny to me that people are like, oh, she can play some defense. I'm like, oh, I struggle with that. I know Stephanie White's going to be on me about, getting better in that area. But for me, that's an exciting thing. A big shot is a great energizer. A great pass is a great energizer. But when you can get 3 stops in a row and you get the crowd into it and you frustrate the other team, like that's the time into something that's refreshing, that people's minds are just wanting to win. People are willing to work hard. It's a younger group. And so to me, that's refreshing. And now you just have to put all the puzzle pieces together, but you need someone to do that. And so I do know that I'm not old, but I'm also not young. So I'm kind of in that middle group. I still have a lot to learn, and I want to be a sponge. I want to continue to learn and continue to grow. But I also think that I had Diana to take me under her wing. And who better else to teach you the